নমস্কাৰ আপোনালোকে যিদৰে জানে যে আমি ইন্টাৰভিউ ৰিলেটেড কিছুমান ভিডিঅ'জ আমি ৰিলিজ কৰি আছো তাতে আমি সকলো ষ্টুডেন্টৰ সুবিধাৰ্থে আমি কিছুমান তেওঁলোকক সচৰাচৰ যেনেকুৱা প্ৰশ্ন তেওঁলোক সন্মুখীন হয় বা কেনেকুৱাকে তেওঁলোকে নিজকে প্ৰেজেন্ট কৰিব লাগে তাক লৈ আমি ভিডিঅ'জ ৰিলিজ কৰি আহিছো আশা কৰিছো আপোনালোকে আগৰ ভিডিঅ' কেইটা চাইছে আজি এই ভিডিঅ'টোত আমি আমাৰ মাজলৈ আমন্ত্ৰণ কৰি আনিছো উদেশনা শৰ্মা তাই last junto civil service examination hoisile APSC tate 7th rank pabole hoikom hoisile aru bortoman Nolbari district assistant commissioner hisabe tekhet kormoroto to ajir ei video to tekhete interview related kisuman tips apnalokok dibo kisuman kotha kobo aru moi hokoluke onurodh korim jate মন্দি সেই কথাবিলাক শুনে আৰু শুনি পেলাই তাৰ ওপৰত তেওঁলোকে নিজৰ প্ৰেক্টিস কৰে বা নিজকে সেই হিচাপে প্ৰিপেয়াৰ কৰে সো আই উড লাইক টু ওয়েলকাম উদেশনা তেখেতক মই আমাৰ এছপিএম আইএছ একাডেমীৰ পৰা তৰফৰ পৰা মই তেখেতক ইয়াতে অভিনন্দন জনাইছো আৰু আজিৰ এই সেশনটোত আমাৰ ষ্টুডেন্ট সকলে আমি খুব নিজকে সৌভাগ্যবান বুলি ভাবো যে এখেত সকলে আমাৰ নিমন্ত্ৰণ অনুৰোধ কৰি ইয়াতে আহিছে আৰু আহি পেলাই আমাৰ ষ্টুডেন্ট খিনি সুবিধাৰ্থে তেওঁলোকে নিজৰ এক্সপেৰিয়েন্সৰ পৰা কিছুমান টিপস বা কিছুমান কথা তেওঁলোকক দিছে কিছুমান এডভাইস দিছে সো উদেশনা প্লিজ Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Udeshna Sharma and I got rank 7 in last year's APSC Civil Services examination. Today I am here to share with you few of the common questions which might be asked in your next upcoming interviews, and related to this SPM IAS has already uploaded few videos by different mentors. You can go through those videos, and also as I have been informed, SPM IAS will be launching mock interviews very soon. There will be many panels, so it would be a good idea to sit in different panels and get the experience of mock interviews so that you can know based on your profile what are the different questions that can be asked. Also different panels give different advice and different varied experiences, so try to give as much of mock interviews as possible, and also try to imbibe those advice which is given to you after the interview. So we will start with the questions which might be asked to you. So the first question which I have for you is, being an engineer or being in any other profession, why do you want to come into civil services? So for this you need to understand the character and the job of civil services. So being a civil servant, আপোনালোকৰ চাকৰিটো কেনেকুৱা হ'ব যে হয়তো ইয়াত ভেৰাইটি থাকে, বহুত monotonous job নহয়, desk job নহয়, so এটা বহুত challenging role. So first of all, if your character is something that you love challenge, come into this profession. So I will tell you about the characteristics of this job, and based on those characteristics you can prepare your answer. Try to build your own answer so that your personality is reflected there. So the first thing about this job is this is not monotonous. So this you will work under various departments. You will have education, health, social welfare, you will have disaster management. Also you will have various roles of magistracy, like you will have inquests, you will have deal into law and order situations. So in a day your routine would not be the same. So if you are a person who does not like monotony, this is the first point why you should go for civil services. Next is, this provides you a lot of opportunities. You will meet a lot of people, you will work in varied roles. So this provides you a lot of opportunities, lot of avenues to work in different roles, and also there is great scope for growth. So this is another thing. Another thing why you should come for this is, if you are a person who loves challenges, because you know our government now is fast changing, and in that situation new things are being launched every year. Previously we used to work with manual files, now we have e-office, so you have to upgrade yourself, you have to learn new laws. So there are different characteristics of this job. You have to prepare your answer in a way that I am a person who does not like this, and I want a job which provides me this opportunities. So I feel civil services is the best career option for me. Also, there is a lot of scope of public interaction, to work with people directly, to serve the society. So there is a great deal of satisfaction, even if the salary might be lesser compared to other jobs, maybe in any private organization. But this job will provide you a lot of opportunities and lot of satisfaction. So next question would be, you have done your education from outside Assam. We might be from students from IITs, they're from JNU, from Delhi University. So people from different states who have done their education from different states, they come to civil services. So even if you have done your education from outside Assam, why do you want to work here as an ACS or an APS officer? There are so many good opportunities outside Assam. Of course, you'll have high paid jobs. You won't work in a remote location. So there might be questions which are put to you in these forms. So apuni titia ki kobo? Apuni titia kobo je being born and brought up in Assam or being an Assamese, apuni yar junkhini local homosya, junkhini yar স্থানীয় মানুহৰ আশা আকাংক্ষা হেবোৰ আপুনি যেনেকে বুজি পাব হেতু হয়তো বাহিৰৰ মানুহ এজনে বুজি নাপায় কাউন্টাৰ কোৱেশ্চন ক্যান বি আইএএস অফিচাৰ্স আহে বেলেগ বেলেগ ষ্টেটছৰ পৰা তেওঁলোকে কেনেকে বুজি পায় হয় বহুত মানুহৰ বেলেগ বেলেগ থাকে কিন্তু আপুনি ভাবে যে বিং আ লোকেলাইট আপুনি বেছি ভালকে এডাপ্ট কৰিব পাৰিব বেছি গ্ৰাউন্ড লেভেলত ইন্টাৰনেল প্ৰবলেমছ বোৰ বুজি পাব when the examiner apuna cross question koribo apuni directly deny no koribo apuni teketor point lobo hoy this is also a phenomenon, this is also a scene, but I believe this is the thing, so that you also put your point and his point or her point is also not neglected. We'll move to the next question. So why not work in any private organization? Why not become a teacher? Why not become any other government servant? So this was a question which was put to me in my interview also, that jodi social service koribo mon ase tetia apuni to NGO through di koribo pare, apuni beleg organization to koribo pare. Why civil services? Or yata apuni hoyto teacher is also doing social service. So this kind of questions are very common. Yet apuni again go back to those characters of civil services, job as a civil servant, and hekini apunak help koribo. How? You see, this job will provide you a lot of opportunities, and those opportunities will help you grow in your career. Okay. Also, in this job, there is a lot of power and scope to work directly with people. So, social service korile bahut homoyot you do not have a role in policy making. Bahut homoyot apunar hoyto bahut kam koribo jodio ichha thake, apunar hoyto capacity to na thakibo ba funds na thakibo, kintu apuni jodi government ot thake directly apuni bostu to implement koribo paribo. Apuni kunba eta policy ahise Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, beti bachao beti padhao, apuni hebur implement korute ground levelot apunar ideas apunar execution style ot kam to koribo paribo. So this liberty which you get here you will not get in any other profession. So frame your answer accordingly. The teacher hole jodio moi শিক্ষা di asu ba kunuba student tok we are building the future of the nation, but here you can directly see the execution and also the outcome of your action. So that provides a great deal of satisfaction in your career when you see the outcome of your action directly. So this is in brief why you want to become a civil servant. Beleg profession nokori apuni etu profession ot kyo ahe, social service kyo nokore. So all this summarizes this all the questions which can be asked from this area. Next is related to service preference. Now many people will have ACS as their first preference, many people will have APS as their first preference. So why do you choose a particular service as your preference? So when you have ACS as your first preference, you can always go back to the points which were discussed earlier and you like this. But if directly it is asked why you have not given APS as your first preference, you can always say I believe that whatever qualities are there in me, that you have to mention certain qualities, that as an administrator you are patient, you can deal tough situations, you have the ability of critical thinking, you are a quick decision maker. So abor qualities e muk eta better administrator bonabo. Suppose you have given your first preference as police service, then why police service and why not ACS? Then you can say that I am a person who loves to work on field, maybe you like to deal with law and order situations directly, you are always fascinated with something, a job which is more physically challenging, also equally mentally challenging. So then APS may be your choice. Also there are a few people who might give superintendent of taxes or any other service as their preference. So in such situations you can say that taxes, because economy fascinates you, the subject of revenue related to monetary, all those calculations, maybe because of your background, you are a student of economics, you are a CA, chartered accountant, then maybe you would love taxation. So based on your interest, frame a very genuine answer which is convincing. Next is, see, most of us have been preparing for this service for many years. And there might be a question of gap years, and also that is this job worth it? So always be optimistic in the interview, no matter how leading the question is, always give a positive answer that yes, I believe I always wanted to do this, and I believe I had belief in my capacities. कि civil services tot moi jitu job korile jitu satisfaction palu heten, jitu service moi dibo parilu heten, hetue mur life to worthwhile bonabo, aru moi bhabu je hei hetu karone moi ei job tu beshi bhalke koribo parim rather than doing beleg any other job. So prepare a very genuine and convincing answer. যে আপুনি যে ইমান গ্যাপ ইয়ার দিছে, you had that trust in yourself, you had that trust in your capabilities, and never let the interviewer make you feel low or bad because you have so many gap years and there are other candidates who are freshers. There will be situations like that, but have faith, because you have given so many years, you have learned the art of patience, and a job to patience is very important. So always keep in mind that whatever you have learned through your preparation will help you in your job. Okay. Next is, how important is it to know about different services and what are the positives and negatives about every service? So while giving the preferences, you have different jobs. You'll have ACS, you'll have APS, you'll have superintendent of taxes, excise, customs you won't have, there will be BDO. So you will have your service preference list, but then you should know what, in brief, what are the role of each service. Kune ki kaam kore fieldot, Google korileo gom pabo, aru ami yat chesta korim je ekhon PDF ot apnalokok ekhini data dibo paru, so that apnaloke ekhon easy reference hisabe sabo pare. ইয়াত আপুনি ACS ৰ ৰোল কি, ACS প্ৰশাসনিক বিষয়া, প্ৰশাসন বুলিলে কি বুজায়? So শাসন is to rule. So you are basically administering an area, the law, the civil administration, the whole power is in your hands. So hey role to apnar ki related role ahe. You will work as a circle officer, you will work as an SDO, you will work as an ADC, you will work as a DC. Also, you will lead various departments. Apuni aji tourism department ot kaam koribo, kali cultural affairs ot kaam koribo. So, a beleg role ot apuni je kaam koribo. What will be the basic work? Etia kisuman department or amar ইমান আইডিয়া নালাগে suppose you are posted in tourism department আপুনি ক'ব পাৰিব যে tourismত আপুনি কি changes আনিব because we have already prepared this thing for mains but কিছুমানৰ বিষয়ে আপুনি নাজানিব পাৰে যেনেকৈ circle officer I was very naive at that point that I did not know I only knew that the circle officer মাটিবাৰী কাম কৰে so আপোনালোকেও হেতু জানিব যে মিশন বসুন্ধৰা কেনেকৈ ইমপ্লিমেন্ট হয় আমাৰ ধৰিত্ৰী পোৰ্টেল আছে so এইবোৰৰ বিষয়ে the basic services which are related to this job apuni hekhini jani lobo these things you have already prepared for mates just brush up and streamline the whole thing positives and negatives of every service so being an ACS officer sometimes enuka hobo pare je apuni 3 din at a stretch duty kori ase during elections during law and order situations so this is a negative aspect of this job there can be some leading questions যে আপুনি তো কৈছে আপুনি physically strenuous job ভাল না পায় হেকাৰণে আপোনাৰ ফাৰ্স্ট প্ৰেফাৰেন্স ACS তেতিয়া আপুনি কি ক'ব যে হয় every job comes with his own set of challenges and like every rose has its thorn এনেকে every job will have its good side and its bad side but we should look always on the brighter side of things and before coming to this job before applying for this job I have already prepared myself mentally that I will be able to accept any challenge that comes in this whole career path so apuni teneke dhuniyake optimistically answer to frame kori kobo whenever you are put into any negative situations do not answer that you will not be able to do or maybe yes that might be a difficult situation do not answer like that the next question is how important is it to know about the board members so as you all must be knowing amar APSC board bahut members thake hey boardor members bahutu teuluke bahiror pa external members ahe kintu আমাৰ হাতত এখিনি অপৰচুনিটি থাকে যে APSC ওয়েবসাইটত বোৰ্ড মেম্বাৰস কেগৰাকীৰ নাম থাকে আপোনালোকে এটা এক্সাৰসাইজ কৰিব পাৰে যে এই বোৰ্ড মেম্বাৰস কেগৰাকী আগতে কোট সাৰ্ভ কৰিছে বা তেওঁলোকৰ যদি পায় তেতিয়া ব্ৰিফ এডুকেশন ব্যাকগ্ৰাউণ্ড এটা জানি লোৱাটো ভাল কাৰণ এনেকুৱা কিছুমান অফিচাৰ্স থাকে হয়তো তেওঁলোকে বহুত বৰ্ডাৰ এৰিয়াত কাম কৰি আহিছে তেতিয়া তেওঁলোকৰ মেবি কোৱেশ্চনটো তেনেকুৱা ফালে হেৰি হ'ব ৰুট হ'ব হয়তো আপোনাৰ বৰ্ডত কোনোবা এনেকুৱা মানুহ আছে যোন হয়তো কোনোবা কলেজৰ প্ৰফেসৰ আছে আৰু আপোনাৰ সাবজেক্টটো তেওঁৰ লগত মিলে হয়তো আপুনি ম্যাথমেটিক্স ব্যাকগ্ৰাউণ্ডৰ এণ্ড বৰ্ডত কোনোবা মানুহ আছে হু ইজ অলসো ফ্ৰম ম্যাথমেটিক্স ব্যাকগ্ৰাউণ্ড দেন ইউ শুড অলৱেজ বি প্ৰিপেয়াৰ্ড যে আপোনাক হয়তো ইন্টাৰভিউত ম্যাথছ পাজল এটা বা ম্যাথছ অংক এটা সলভ কৰিব দিব পাৰে because that person knows what is there in your syllabus also it is not necessary that apunar jitu subject hetur jodi kono board member boardot hetu subjector member nai tene hole apunar hetu subjector question nahe tenuka mur logote hoisile I was from petroleum engineering background and I went with the notion that nobody would be knowing about petroleum engineering so nobody would be asking me questions related to that maximum I would be knowing is about geography so yat mur ki hoisle when I went to the real interview the first set of 7 to 8 questions were on petroleum engineering but I prepared little bit brush up kori goisilu and I could recall most of the things and I would also say that in that moment God was with me that whatever was asked I could reply I could at least convince them that I know about my subject I could I know about whatever I studied so that was a thing but you should be prepared for both the best and the worst situations anything might happen on the day of your interview so prepare your mind to handle any kind of situations panic no matter what no koribo because your body language it will speak a lot and maybe there will be a session on body language how to sit how to maintain your conduct in the interview hey session to apunaloke bhalke sai hetu session nu follow koribo because apuni jodi nervous hoy apunatko agote examiner e gom pabo. So be very careful, and also I'll just give a tip here. Whenever you feel nervous, just concentrate on your breathing pattern. That apuni gom pabo je ma para nai iman back to back question ahi ase ma para nai. Just slow down your breathing, slow down your speaking, and then things will automatically fall into place. Even if you don't know, you will handle the situation well. Also, we will come to the last topic for this session, is the importance of having some hobby. So, amar hobby eta main part e hoy jay interview preparation, or you have to prepare a lot. And also, we all know that a exam process to iman stressful, so most of the times amar eta hobby nathake, but hobby build koribole amar time nathake. Hoyto amar kiba horute hobby asile, ami hetu pahori thakilu etia, dance korisile, gan gaisile out of practice. So tetia ki koriba apnaloke? Always select something which is very easy. You have few months of time. Hey time ote apnaloke hobby eta convincingly prepare kori lobo pare. So in this situation, what did I do? Also, because I also did not get time to practice a hobby properly, I used to dance. So dancing I kept. Apart from that, I kept an interesting thing on which question can be asked. So I kept upcycling as a hobby. Now why upcycling? Because yat duta aspect ahi pore. Upcycling কি হয় বহুত মানুহে হয়তো they might be curious to know. Then there is a thing that it puts out two traits of mind. One is being very creative. কি মই যদি upcycling কৰো means I have a creative mind, কি এই বস্তুটো আছে মই হেতু নতুন কৈ আকো কেনেকে reuse কৰিব পাৰো. Also it gives an impression that মই environmentally বহুত conscious. So also see some YouTube videos and you will learn about the thing. These are sometimes very easy things to prepare. Also gardening, there is a thing that gardening can be a big topic, but yate apnaloke being the students or being the people of this modern generation use some technical or quirky terms, I would say. Janeke apni koi die hobby apnar gardening, kintu apni jodi Guwahatit thake ba any other metro city thake apnar gardening koriba space na thake, what can you say? The terrace gardening. Now you only have to know about terrace gardening. Baki khini question is out of your ambit. Also you can reduce the ambit of gardening by telling that hobby gardening hoy, kintu you are interested more into hydroponics or aquaponics, aeroponics. So hydroponics and aeroponics, if you say, again it limits the scope. So tenege apunar jitu dangor hobby o ase hetu apuni horu kori anibo pare. So that is a one way of doing it. Now, why it is important to have a hobby? Because it is a very common question je apna khudhibo. And if you say that you don't have a hobby, you will appear to be a very bookish, disinterested person. Also, apni jodi kisuman enuka unrealistic hobby koi diye je apnar hobby hoyto traveling hoy. তেতিয়া আপোনাক কব যদি আপোনাৰ হবি ট্ৰাভেলিং হয়, আপুনি লাষ্ট 1 year ক'ত ফুৰিব গৈছে. Now at that point of time, if you say that every month আপুনি ফুৰিব গৈছে, it would again might appear unrealistic, because examৰ processটো ইমান strenuous হয়, you might not have the time and liberty to do that. তেতিয়া আপুনি কব যে মই আগতে কৰিছিলো, কিন্তু last during this past 1 year I have dedicated my time to prepare to this preparation. So ekhini time ot moi traveling related hoyto beleg kam korisilo. I used to use watch YouTube videos of traveling by enokwa, so that I stay in touch and I have plan that a traveling or hobby to moi keneke a job to use korim, ba I would make sure that during weekends I visit the remote areas. Keneke also you can prepare the point that how you will utilize your hobby in your job. So do not end any answer in a negative note. Noarim, nohobo, hoy etu bhul hoise, never. So always be very optimistic. If you are asked to criticize also, kiba eta law ahise, hey law to apna criticize koribo lage, তেতিয়াও আপুনি বহুত optimistically end কৰিব. So in the end I would say that few things: be very calm, make sure that you breathe naturally, take a note of your body language, speak very slowly so that others can understand what you are speaking, and keep a smiling face and approach like someone not from the interview panel is not trying to grill you. Even if they are trying to grill you, do not let them feel that you are being grilled. So be very calm, and jikunu question ahe, deal it very confidently, convincingly, and always try that every answer at apunar personality to reflect hoy. Also, one tip from mains which you can carry is interview answer to jiti apuni answer koribo, structure it in your brain in form of intro, body, conclusion. Very easy to do that whenever any question related to current affairs or anything is asked which is very subjective in nature. So that's it, and I believe you will be appearing for the mock interviews and you will have a lot of good experiences. Try to imbibe them, and I wish you all the very best for the upcoming interviews. Thank you.